Hey everybody, JM Gaming here, back again with another IdleOn review. Today we're doing an account review for Slip. They kind of want to see where they're at, see where they can get for a little World 7 preparation before that happens. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. First thing right off the bat, let me just double check your character real quick here to see if this is going to be what I'm thinking. Okay, as far as for prepping and stuff like that, get yourself some more cheese, some more golden cheese. Your shrines are pretty low. That's definitely the thing that's going to stand out to me really quick on this page. 22, 23 is pretty low. You should be able to get 25, 26 really, really easy. Try to put a little more cheese on everybody. You have to farm up a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Your statues aren't too bad. I think I want about 300 on each of these, but I mean, it's not like you have to go full-blown crazy. I mean, at some point, like I always tell people, if you run out of stuff to do active, when in doubt, there's always a good 3 things that you can do. The 3 things I always set in stone that if I'm when in doubt, it's farm golden food, farm statues, or use Arcane Cultist to farm up liquid to get my level caps up. You do one of those 3 things, if when in doubt, you're never going to regret it. Because you're always going to be doing that stuff. It never ends. Okay, you look good on the obols. Y'all know how I've said about these. They're okay. They're slightly better when it comes to printing. Or as far as mob gains, they're slightly better. Not much, slightly better. But yeah, looks good on the obols. Your stamps, you're in about the situation I'm in. Yeah, statues and gold food are extremely important. So you got a bit of candy. Yeah, so you're doing your thing. Let's go ahead and look at the characters again here. We'll go to this section here. Another thing I did, I mean, you don't have to, but I can definitely see with gold food, it wouldn't be a terrible idea for you to start farming up some. Another thing, there's no reason to have these on everybody. Have one great big stack. We all know you don't AFK farm XP. You're only farming XP as far as being active. Have one great big huge stack of these that you drop into your storage and you slap it on the one person that you're running active to level them. There's no point in wasting slots to have like is 193 really doing much for you? Is 26 cakes doing much for you? Like, so you definitely got to distribute your golden food better and definitely farm some. He's the one that's active? Okay. Well, I mean, if he's only got 26 cakes, you're definitely going to have to get some more cakes. As a matter of fact, if we're going to talk about golden food, I know this is kind of jumping ahead a little bit, guys, but come on. But let's go ahead and look at this real quick, too. Yeah, so you haven't done your 100k on that. I get it. See, and this is the point of the cheese. This is why your shrines are low. Yeah. But see, the thing is, if you farm up enough golden food to where you can distribute them evenly, you never really have to worry about moving food except for maybe cakes and like your XP food and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to really move anything else. Everybody will be set in stone. But yeah, you definitely got to work on your beanstalk and finish this off. Butter bar is a complete and utter joke, Slip. You could go and candy this maybe once or twice and you'd have 100k with a couple 1 hours or so. This is very surprisingly fast. So definitely do that. It's a joke how easy it is. You just go to butterflies, AFK on it. Use whoever you have good for flies. Go and do butter bar with a little bit of drop rate. And yeah, this is a complete and utter joke. Like, it'll take 1 or 2 hours worth of candy and you'll have 100k. It's very easy. I see bread. You've got to do some Coliseum. You definitely got to. This is, once again, if cheese is low, I expect golden ham to be low because they're both coming from the same thing. You can farm either Dreadbones or I like farming Neptunes because I can get black lenses at the same time to level up, once again, your shrine that you probably don't have maxed out. The pain in the butt one. But yeah, you definitely, I can see where you definitely got to work on some golden food. I have right now, I actually farmed up dumplings because when in doubt, you're only going to be active on one character. 9 characters are always going to be AFK because you can only be on one at a time. That's why I made sure that every single one of my characters are sitting with 300,000 dumplings on them, which gives me like 320 some odd percent or something like that. I'm getting well over 300% golden food on each one of them from this for AFK times. And then I farmed up an extra 1 million on top of it so then I could have them for prints. Once again, don't have to move anything then. Same thing with grilled cheese. Move them around, distribute them evenly. If you have to, farm a bunch and then just set an amount. Set like, okay, say I want 100k. Okay, then if I have 10 characters and I want 100k on each person, I know I need to farm 1 million. I farm 1 million, get the 1 million, distribute 100k on each, done. Move on to the next. And like this kind of stuff is pretty well pointless. Like using regular food these days doesn't do much anymore. I mean, I get it. You're on there in case it's a little tough for you. I get it. But yeah, as far as your gear and stuff, though, you're looking good on your gear. The only thing I can nitpick you is that obviously you need to get some God Shard traps, which you're probably not a high enough trapping level. I get it. We all know how much of a pain in the butt it is to get trapping levels. See, like you're not God Shard on these either. But like these guys are really low. I would definitely get your traps all the way up to God Shard. Definitely. Okay, so it looks like that's probably about what we're going to cover. Let's check some other stuff here. Post office, I was going to say you should be good. Make sure, take at some point and put your points into your post office if you have to. Because I see you got some extra ones you haven't spent yet. Put into Myriad. I know I'm terrible about that myself. Anvil, you're good. You got them all done. Let's check out the obols on everybody. Yep, looks good. Let's see what they're all doing. Yeah, makes about enough sense. Gotcha. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the other stuff here. Dungeons. You got to do your dungeons. Finish these 2 off. You could be getting more class XP. You could be getting more skilling XP. Max these. It's count wide. You're giving every one of your characters more. Definitely max these 2. Good. Nice. I'm going to assume you're probably fine on that. Actually, let's take a look at Apocalypses. Yeah, you're good. Still got some you can get 1 billion kills on. Let's see here. Let me check another thing here. See, here's the thing right here. So with this slip, I would not be doing green mushrooms on this guy. I would not. I would take him instead because you can't candy World 6. I would take this guy, get him off green mushrooms. Where were we here? I'd get him off green mushrooms and start doing these World 6 ones. Start having him AFK these. So then you can knock all these out. Because the only reason why you should be on green mushrooms is if your Zows, Wows, Super Chows, all that is done. If you have all your statues that you want to get from your Dragon Warrior statues and your Villager XP statues, if all 3 of those things are done, put them on green mushrooms. If they're not, you need to do those first. Do not put them on green mushrooms until all 3 of those things are done. I mean, technically, you could still pump up Warrior and your Villager statue, to be honest with you. But that's totally a you call. Yeah, it was very, very quick when I did it. Very quick. Yeah, you can knock all these out. And once again, it's World 7 prep for you. Like, this is some great World 7 prep for you. Then you're moving on. You already got your wows and stuff. It's going to help all your characters because you've got, like, wows done. It's good stuff. This I'm just essentially going to see where you're at, and we can just take it from there. At some point, Even if you're stopped where you're at some point you might want to push these two. These are gonna. This is another good thing for when it's not exactly World 7 prep. I mean, extra drop rate is fantastic. Yeah. It's all good, dude. I got you. Because, I mean, normally you would just candy it anyways, but you can't candy 6, so that's kind of how that goes. But you could get the other talent points for the master classes. If you get these two, that'd be good, too. So let's see here. Yeah, you could definitely push Windwalker more. But, I mean, you're fine. You got the World 6. You don't have to do that. Technically, that would be World 7 prep. What if he comes out with Abominations for World 7? You want the World 6 Abominations done. I mean, I don't know if he's going to do that. I mean, I would most likely think no. But he did release a picture of a mob that makes me think it's an Abomination. I'm just saying. It had those dead eyes on it. So, you could do that. I get it, you don't like it, but if you don't like the compass tree layout, then you don't like the buffs from it. And I'm pretty sure you do like the buffs from it. So, there's plenty of stuff in this game we don't want to do, but you still got to do it. And yeah, I mean, you can wait till after World 7's out. You can wait till whenever, but I'm just saying, if you really want prep for World 7, technically knocking out all the Abominations is prep for World 7. That's all I'm saying. Teach their own. If you want to, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. There's another one. See, you're losing out on a lot of talent points. Like, you could be getting more talent points there. Oh, the hoarding one's good. I mean, you could push this more. That's up to you. You can wait till the AFK kicks in, and I wouldn't blame you in the slightest. I really wouldn't. That's a you call at that point. Like, I'm not going to knock anybody who hasn't gone that far in Arcane Cultist because AFK is going to make it so much easier. Like, I don't blame you in the slightest. Definitely can't hold you to that. Stamps, you definitely could go up. You're in just about the same exact boat I'm in with stamps. Like, you're to the point to where you need to do a whole going through them and start pushing them up. Yeah, I hear you. Like I said, I wouldn't blame you in the slightest if you want to wait for AFKs. Not going to blame you at all. I'm just to that point myself. I got burnt out on it. I got the, but I just want to say, though, the damage buff is a huge one, by the way. The damage 4 is massive damage. I went from about 2 million damage on my Arcane Cultist. It was like 2.5 million damage on it, and I went to over 6 by the time I was done leveling up the damage 4 buff. So, it's a massive, massive buff. Because, yeah, I went from like 2.5 mil all the way up to like 6 or 8 mil. So, yeah. Got you. Yeah, this is one of those, you're like I said, you're in the same boat I'm in. You have to go through and start getting it done. Actually, no, I didn't finish World 5. Not even with that crazy damage. I got as far as lamps and I got stuck because of damage. Yeah, I got you. You're at 18 on that. You're doing good. Just make sure every day you're kind of clicking them. No biggie. 18 means you're definitely doing some stuff on it. I mean, I can look at the inventory if you want. Gotcha. Totally gotcha. Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's not just like one stamp you got to do. Like, you're the same boat I'm at. There's no reason why you couldn't get to like 19, 20k. You're just going to have to go through the whole bit. You're at the pain in the ass stage where you got to start putting multiple stacks in your storage. Might have to candy some stuff. Like, you're at that point. Like, same point I'm at. It sucks. I get it. But it doesn't mean that we don't have to do it. We still got to do it. I would say, seeing how you're probably at... Yeah. So, like, you're pretty well putting up some stuff. Like this right here, 95 is where you're at. And like I tell people, and like I keep saying, let's see here what you doubled. This is my philosophy. If you're at the stage where I'm at and you're at in the game, if you're going to double a bubble that has an efficiency on it, yeah, you got to do 99%. And the first thing you should do is, you should do Larry. Larry, you should get the lucky number on Larry is 24K. 24K is what you want. And that will give you 275% with all the buffs if you made the World 6 trophy, because that gives you a little bit too. But it'll give you a 275% chance. You have a 75% chance to +4. That's why 24,000 is the mark on this. It's technically 23,950 something, but I just went to 24,000 because it's easy to remember. That simple. But yes, at the point you are in the game, and I tell a lot of people, if you're at this point, if you're not putting this to 24,000, you're massively missing out. Yeah, you need, well, about 19. 19 and some change, right? Yeah, I would do that first. Because at the end of the day, this can affect everything. Every time you click, Larry kicks in. So, yeah. You know, you can just use Arcane Cultist and then just, like, mine on somebody. And you could just knock this out in, like, a day. I knocked this out in, like, 1 day. Just so you know. I took it from around, I think it was around 2,000, 3,000, all the way up to 24K in 1 day. And it wasn't candy clicking either. But it depends on what your efficiency is. You could pop a couple candies for it. But it depends on your liquids too. Where you're at. But yeah, you should be shooting for about 95% on most of this stuff now. Like, especially stuff like this. Hocus Chopus should be 95%. No getting around it. Like, same thing with Hardy Diggy, 95%. Like, you should be getting that. This one, at some point, you're going to want to take it up to 99 also. But yeah, get your efficiencies up. For sure. And like this, depending on where you're at in farming, this stuff is stupid easy to hit 99% on it, by the way. With where you're at in the game, you should be able to do this. If not, you've been neglecting your farming. We'll find out. We'll see. Yeah, I can definitely see where your liquids are pretty low. Your cap is. Yep. That's, to be honest with you, that's probably one of the most important ones from farming too, to be honest with you. This gives you stealth. Yeah. But that one gives you stealth. That one's very important. But yeah, I can definitely see where you're fairly low on liquid. Like, so clicking bubbles is going to be a little more of a chore for you. I didn't do the bug for cap, and I'm still over 1,200 on my cap. So, that can't be an excuse. And I just started doing mine recently, so, yeah. I didn't. Mine isn't high because of the bug. It's not. I did not do that. It was an exploit. I will not take advantage of exploits. Nope. I did mine legit. No, I didn't take advantage of that. Because at the end of the day, it's an exploit. I don't do that, and I don't promote it. Once I found out it was an exploit, I didn't do it. I did it, I think, one night because I didn't know. I never did it again. And I only gained probably an extra 40, 50 levels out of it, if that. So, bios are looking good. I can't really complain too much there. The rest of them are going to be sweaty ones. Like, that's all it is. Okay, so yeah, so you got halfway decent speed. Yeah, you got to do these. I see. The only problem is you only got 4 people doing something. Where are the rest? Need a couple in there. Okay. Because you're probably at the point where everybody's all in on it. Keep in mind, anytime you're cranium cooking, though, take them out of here because you don't get any sigil progression if you're cranium cooking. Okay, got you. Okay. Makes sense. But yeah, if you're cranium cooking, take them out of this. Put them into your liquids. Kilroy's, clearly you're doing them. Good stuff. Make sure you keep doing them. Yeah, let's see some prints here. To be honest, your prints are pretty low for where you're at. Like, a 1.9 trillion, like... When was the last time you shot your prints? Yeah, these are low for where you're at. Comes up to efficiencies again. Just like, why do we have empty slots? Don't have empty slots. So then you're missing on some stuff. You got to get some efficiencies up then. 300. Okay, let me see here real quick. $455. This needs to be 600. Or close to it. You can get 600 between all of them. Yeah. 600 to take full effect of what you have from the Conjurer. It's 600% that it's going to give. So see your 450. I mean, you're probably pretty close with everything you have. I just did these at 600 so I'd have the whole shot in one place. But you're going to have to go through and add everything up if that's what you want to do. But yeah, it's 600% total you need to take advantage of everything that's from Conjurer. So if you're looking and you don't have much more besides this, like, you're still 145% off. Like, 145% multi is no joke. Because, I mean, you should be higher than what you are. Like, your prints look really low compared to what I would think. I would think with copper, like, you've got... Unless you're, like, really low. Let's see. Yeah, your bravery is killing you. 26,000 isn't bad, but, like... Yeah. 24. Here's something, too. You want more than 24k hours worth of bravery, by the way. There is a schematic that makes it scale higher. It gives you more damage the more hours you have. The good mark, if you want to be lazy, is 55k. Go to 55k. You can push fairly high so you have a higher and better chance at the bravery multi. But 24 isn't going to cut it for this. It's the only one that it does that. The other ones doesn't matter. Yeah, you got to get your wisdom up too. We'll come back to that though. Got you. Yeah, you're definitely going to need a little love in there for sure. I mean, at least you're printing the right stuff. So that's half the battle. Yeah, you're printing the right stuff. You got that going for you. Gotcha. Maybe at some point, wisdom, you're just shooting yourself in the foot hard. Like, a little over 3k hours. I mean, you're just pretty much making it to where wisdom does nothing for you. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Yeah, don't bother putting any more into that. So just so you know, Laboratory Fuse, Food Lust, and Voter Rights are all shit. Don't bother putting points in them. What you need to do is, whatever you're leveling, if you're not leveling Equinox symbols, start doing it. This should be 100% priority. This is above and beyond better than anything that there possibly is in Equinox. Max this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely max that. Because you got a nice 20 points sitting there waiting for you. 20 more talent levels to everything? Heck yeah. It's good stuff. Okay. So see, yeah, sometime you farm that golden food and stuff. Go and farm it on Neptunes. You can get some black lenses so you can do this at the same time. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, dude. You get yourself a little bit of statues. You get yourself the golden cheese that you need. You get the ham you need. And you'll also get some lenses at the same time. Death Note. There's no reason why you can't have these done. Once again, if you also do your WoWs, a good portion of these are actually on your WoWs list. You could knock all these out. So you could kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone on that. You could knock this up to Eclipse into Skulls on them, and you could also get your WoWs done. I see you did the thing for Glunko. Good job. Worship looks pretty good. Let's see where you're at for your totems. Not bad. Not bad. That's fine. That's good. Can't complain with that. 170s, a 160. Like, that's not bad. I mean, at some point you could do them, but I mean, that's fine the way it is, to be honest with you. You're fine. We already know you're going to have these maxed, obviously. Traps. Yeah, at some point you're just going to have to get to the point of doing nothing but turtles with nature traps. Because you got some of these people, what's here, 121. Yeah, you got to get them to 120. I get that. That one too. So this one's got a little bit of everything, which you should just be running. Well, actually, they're at 120. I guess it's fine. So everybody who's not 120 you're running. Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, your towers are fine. Your totems are fine. 170, like, I'm not going to complain about that. You are completely fine. Yeah, looks alright. You know what you're doing. You got it set up right. At some point, though, you're going to want to buy some more of these. These premium cogs. I know people don't want to hear me say buy stuff from the gem shop. But at some point, these are a necessity. You need to buy them. Like, you get gems as free to play. You gotta buy them. I know people don't like to hear that, but it is what it is. Yeah, the Crabos for crafting traps. I assumed as much. Yeah. You need the shiny ones for it. Yep, I got you. I definitely hear you. I would go through at some point and shoot yourself some ladles. I'll tell you, like I always tell people, what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll knock out the ones for the speed first. Get a good amount in them. Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, you got to buy those at some point. Like, they're a necessity. They're like one of those things that, like, you got to get them at some point. Like, that's up to you when, but just keep in mind, you got to do it at some point. Put some ladles into your speed ones, and then you can drop like a 10 stack on each one of them or something. But yeah, you definitely got some that you could level up. I see you're at the 105, so you're going to have to raise your cap too. Yeah, you got some you can raise up in here. Just make sure you're swapping stuff out. Breedability doesn't matter as much. Okay. Lab. Yeah, you just work on the shop to give you some. Gotcha. Done with that. Yeah, at some point, knock out those. But, I mean, those are kind of time-gated. Another thing, too, is with cooking. Yeah, it's 110. Yeah. You just got to go a little bit up on them. Yeah, I misspoke there. My bad. Cooking is very, very easy with what they did from what is it there? The vault. If you level up the cooking XP toward the bottom of that, it's very, very easy. Like, I just popped everybody up to 100. It was just an absolute joke to get them to 100. So, do that at some point. You can get that. And think of it this way. Your total level is going to count towards stuff like measurement bonuses, where they scale on your total level for your account for stuff. This would actually kick into effect on that. It's very easy to do. Use balloons and stuff like that. Like, it's very, very easy. It takes nothing to get it, because you get so much XP in it now. Yeah. Because, I mean, getting 1,000 on this is very, very easy. Like, anybody who's at that point should get 1,000 on this. Stupid easy. Tome, top 5%. Let's see your sailing here. I would assume you've got these. Yep. Keep in mind, at some point, you got 5 more levels in this. And you've got 19 more levels in this. Just keep it on the back burner, that's all. I assumed you had that. So yeah, you're good on that. We've touched base on a little bit of this. Of course, like I said, bravery, you can scale up higher than 24k. You're going to want to do that. But I mean, I would get the wisdom up. Now, wisdom you don't have to get on 24k. Yeah, if for nothing else, you can watch the video after this. It'll fill in the rest of this stuff. You don't have to get 24k in wisdom, because the last bonus is kind of crap. So you can just get to 10k and you're fine for now, and then go over to bravery and get that. Yeah, so you've got the monument AFK. There's no reason why you can't keep pounding that. Alright, we can go back to that when the ad's done. But what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to reset your lamp on this for all these collectible, or for your enchants. Put everything into Minecraft Gem. Or the Mincer Craft, I mean. But you can pop them all into it. Like right now I'm doing it because I'm trying to gain bravery hours. And I have mine at like 22, 23, something like that. Like, it's very easy to get that up. What else we got? Yeah, you haven't done much stuff. I can tell you haven't had the hole unlocked that long. Like, even your class XP is like 4,800. That's actually pretty low. Like, I consider mine low, and mine's probably like 40k. $23 layers, gotcha. Let's see. Do we have everything unlocked? This one you could probably get some more points at some point. Let's check out. Measure. Yeah, get all unlocked, doing your thing. I'm not multi-streaming on there yet. I'm having an issue with the chat, but I'm going to try to. It is in the works. I'm going to work on it on my days off. I'm going to try to. I ran into some problems. Yeah, I mean, some of the best gains in the game, probably the best gains in the game, come from the Cavern. Like, Yeah, eventually keep leveling this stuff up, because even the low ones you're going to want to level because it affects the total level for stuff. For, what is it, a schematic. But yeah, so like I was saying, with Wisdom, you only need to get to about 10k. You don't even have to get to 24k because the 24k sucks. I think so. The 24k sucks, but having just the 3k one, it's not going to cut it. You got to get more. And like your Justice is pretty low too. Like, yeah, you definitely got to give some love to the whole. Stop putting little bits into stuff. It's not doing you any good. Like, put everything into one. The only way... Well, I guess in your case, you could, but here's the thing. This is the way it essentially works. When you're first trying to get stuff done, until you have everything done, you want to pound everything into one. Once you get everything done to where you've got as much Conjurer points as you want to unlock everything... You've got everything unlocked in Measuring, Engineer, Study. You're at a point to where you're happy. What you do is you pound a crap ton into Explorer. And then you pick an amount. Like me, I have 50 in each one of these. And I have all the rest into Explorer. Because what happened last update was, when he came out with another Cavern update, is he took all the excess XP from Explorer and divvied it between everyone. So if you get a fuck ton into Explorer, you're then going to get a ton into all the rest if he does that again. That's why you want to do it that way. Yeah, which I'm saying, like, the 20 in the rest ain't really doing shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have just put them all into Conjurer so you can get it done and then move on. Because, I mean, you're losing 20, 40, 60, 80 into it. You're losing 80 into it. You know how much 80 would help you right now to get that thing done? Like, it would get it done so much faster. So much faster. Because, I mean, you're looking at, like, what? An extra billion per hour. So it's like about 5 billion. Do you not want an extra 5 billion per hour? I would. I would. Yep, slab. I mean, you got some stuff to go. It is what it is. A lot of it's just paid shit. It's fine. Y'all know how I feel about that. Farming. Okay, so you're decent ways in it. Yeah, so you're doing fine on farming. You're good. Not gonna really get too much into that. Okay. So yeah, you're just doing some farming. Gotcha. Oh, wrong one. So this should be pretty easy for you to beat. The only ones you really get stuck on is Glass Cannon. So at some point, if you don't have your doublers into your damage and stuff like that, you should be able to push this. Most of these. Beanstalk. We already covered this. You know what I'm saying about it. Like, I'm not going to bother beating on that one again. And yeah, you're good on that. So, I think we're pretty well good. Do you have any questions for me, Slip? Or are you good to go? But that'll definitely give you some stuff to do, for sure. More damage. Alright, so you want some more damage. Well, I can tell you right off the bat, your talent caps are really low. Like, you've got a 281 here. Like, there's a lot of talent caps that are really low on these guys. What is your library here? I don't know if it shows what your max amount is. What is your max talent cap right now? Because, like, I'm seeing 292 right there. That's probably one of the highest ones I see. Oh, you got... That one doesn't count. Yeah, a lot of your problem is that, like, you're not booking stuff. So 292 would be your cap. Got you. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you want more damage, that's part of it. Like, I understand it's a thing you're waiting on, but, like, it's part of it. Like, your talents are pretty low. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you don't even have booked that you should have booked. Like, not booked. This should be booked. Like, this. See, this is another reason to get to 301 right here. In case people are wondering with the 301, this is why you do it, is right here. This is the main reason. Every single character except for Voidwalker has symbols. The next break in it is 300. You can get to 301. It gives you an extra point. You see one here. You get the 450 on this too, and it'd be huge. Because this also makes it to where it spawns 12 instead. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to get some more damage from talents. Like, let's go with that. This is going to help too. These are low. They're very, very low. Power of try 1, try 2, and try 3. Get those up. That's also going to help you out. Like, there's going to give you a decent bit more damage. A lot of these bubbles, too, that are going to give you damage. Like, we all know that one sucks anyways. These are very easy. You have your farming up high enough. There's no excuse not to have that at 99%. This one's 99%. Get this one to 99. Like, that's more damage. Well, more catching power and stuff. You get that one up. That one's agility. That one's a little tougher. This one you're close on. Yeah, I mean, you got to tweak some bubbles for sure. Yeah, so you can get more on this. But here's another one, too. The difference of why I have more damage than you on some stuff also is I doubled the one bubbles. All 3 of these are doubled. And to be honest with you, these are pretty low anyways. You are pretty darn low on these. Like, 1K is pretty low. I mean, I was hourly clicking for a while and still got above these. Like, even when I started. So you're definitely going to want to do those. Yeah, you can double. I don't want to get too much into doubling because you don't know how many doubles people have. So I don't like to... Like, I have a tier guide for it. I have a video on my channel for it. You can feel free to look at that. But, I mean, some of those vary on where you're at. I don't know how many you have. I don't want you to do it and then be like, man, I forgot this one. But, yeah, so you can get some damage definitely there. Like, a lot of damage from your alchemy. It's once again, the answer is always alchemy, right? I mean, stabs are not too bad. For damage-wise, you're not going to get a ton out of there. But you have a little bit of damage that you can get from the hole, because you can get the damage overall, which I have a decent bit from, what is it there? The Bravery Monument. Got you. Gotta love that, huh? But you're also going to get multi-kill and stuff for doing your wows. That's going to essentially give you more damage, more kills. Like, yeah, I think a lot of it where you're really lacking damage is going to be your alchemy. I really think that's where it's at. Like, that's the big difference that you have between me and you. If my damage is way higher than yours, then that's why. I mean, you gotta stop and think. On my number 1 bubbles, they're also doubled. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but I mean, it's not going to give you a ton. I'm just saying that's another thing. That's all. I mean, I wouldn't take it over everything. To be honest with you, what I'm going to take... where I'm at in the game, and it seems like where you're at, where you're going to take over everything in the beginning before the good stuff comes up, should be mining efficiency. You should be taking mining efficiency first over everything. And then once ringing bell comes up, bell ring and ping is sometimes better for you than mining. For me, it's not anymore. For some people, it is. Bravery multi is by far the best. Monument AFK is really good for you. But like I was saying before, what you should do is you should reset your jars, the enchants in them, and then put them all into the monument one, and then start pushing your monuments. Like, you can get the most bang for your buck, and you'll get a lot more hours worth out of it. Like, having just 2 levels into it is not good. It's not enough to really be pushing on AFKing on your monuments. Like, it's not worth your time. You have most of your collectibles unlocked. You're to the point to where you're not going to really unlock anymore. Like, you have a ton of collectibles. And the point is, you got the one that matters. You want to reset your enchants? Click on this to highlight it and try to pound as many as you can into it. No, it resets all of them. And then you have to redo the enchants. It doesn't take that long to build them back up. But having them sprinkled a little here, a little there is not doing you any good. It's not doing you any good at all. Like, let me see here. Let me show you something here. This is mine. Because I'm actually AFKing right now. I'm AFKing right now to try to push Bravery a little bit more. I have 24 levels in it. I'm getting 480% more. You're getting 40. So I have 440% more. That's my point. You want to reset your enchantments depending on what you're doing. Yeah. And then just build you up some enchants and just push it and push it. You might have to reset it a couple times because you want to kind of get a good burst into it. Yeah. Takes time. I got lucky the first time. I actually put 32 levels into it, which was insane. Like, I got really, really lucky. But most of the time, you're not going to get that lucky. Then this next time I did it, I got, 20-something into it. But yeah, as far as damage, though, I think your main concern is going to be your alchemy. I think your alchemy is low. And then look to double. Do you have any of your Prisma bubbles left? Can you actually double anything? Let's see. Does it show in here? I don't think it does. It might show though under the class. It doesn't say anything. No? Okay. Well, so then you've upgraded what I would have upgraded. To be honest with you, I actually upgraded the ones before I upgraded the 17s. But I mean, if you get some more, doubling those wouldn't be bad. But even leveling them wouldn't be bad either, to be completely honest with you. I see you got carbonate. Yeah, so I mean, you did what I would have done for the most part. You just got a little variation, that's all. I think I might have grabbed 17s before 2s. But I think I actually did grab 2s first, though. Or 1 bubbles, I mean. So yeah, at some point, getting those number 1s wouldn't be a bad thing. But yeah, I mean, that's the difference. If you're looking between my damage and your damage, is I've got the 1 slot bubbles doubled and leveled the hell out of them. Like, $35,000, $11,000, $20,000, and keep in mind I'm gaining double plus of that. It says 71,000, but it's actually about 85,000 worth of strength. Like 85,000 strength is going to give you some damage. You can't deny that. Not to mention, try 1, try 2, try 3. I'm like 95%, 97, 97. Like, you definitely got to level these. They're really, really good. Like 19, 19, 19. I don't know how much I'm getting. 22. I mean, it's not a huge difference. There you go. See, that'll help you out a lot. All right, so I think we're good to go then. I think we're good. But yeah, I think you're going to get most of your damage from Alchemy. So I'll go ahead and end it there then. I think we're good. Y'all good then? I think we're probably fine now. All right, I'll go ahead and end it there then. All right, later everybody.